Welcome to Webb City Cardinals basketball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show for the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a pleasant good evening to you from a warm Cardinal Dome. You might as well come in out of the cold tonight and watch a doubleheader as the Cardinals and the Carthage Tigers set to do battle here tonight. Good evening. It's Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Luke Taylor back at our studios as Cardinal girls set to take the home floor one more time and face their arch rival, the Carthage Tigers. Cardinals coming off back-to-back losses to Kickapoo and Republic, two very good teams and teams that you got to have a lot of respect for. The Tigers of Carthage won their last two outings against Waynesville and Parkview, both road contests. And so, Dimitri, tonight it's about getting that home cooking going again and maybe seeing some shots fall, something the Cardinals struggled with the last game.
Absolutely, but the only way to get those shots falling is if you're shooting them. I mean, they got to shoot confident. I mean, we saw a couple weeks ago against Glendale, when they shoot confident and they're shooting at a consistent rate, I mean, they can't miss. And when one person's hot, I mean, all five of them are hot. I mean, you got three of them averaging double digits this year. So if those three are going, Keith, Sargent, Maxwell, you got to get them going early and often, and I think you'll be all right against the Lady Tigers tonight.
It's the 13-7 Webb City Cardinals against the 11-8 Carthage Tigers. We'll come back with more of our countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. Back here in 3 minutes. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. with ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back to Webb City High School here. We're at the Cardinal Dome as the Cardinals set to do battle with their rivals, the Carthage Tigers. Our countdown to tip-off brought to you by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Hoo Hop Mongolian Grill. Had a chance to visit with head coach Grant Barrett earlier, so let's go to the coaches show with head coach Grant Barrett. And good evening, Cardinal fans. Welcome to tonight's coaches show. Scott Boudreau along with the head coach Grant Barrett as the Cardinals set to play the Carthage Tigers. And coach, a couple tough losses last week, but also games that you learned so much from because of the fight that the girls put out. And I think that was a hallmark of particularly the game against Republic. Some things just didn't go right, but I thought you were right in it the whole time.
Yeah, it was the tough week as far as wins and losses go, but as far as fight and growth in our team, I thought it was a good week. You know, winning, you win, and we had won 7 in a row. It covers up mistakes that you typically don't get away with, and we had been trying to rectify those, but, you know, on Kickapoo is really athletic and really long, and Republic guards really, really well, and they showed those flaws. And we got to get back to practice for 2 days and try and fix those things. But the kids fought really, really hard. Kickapoo's a top 5 team in Class 6, and we were right there until the end. I felt like we had a rough third quarter where they kind of started to pull away, and then we got it back and ended up getting beat 11 in Republic. They just shot it really well early, and they were able to turn us over, which we hadn't struggled with that in this year. But we hadn't seen pressure and to that extent either. So that was a good telling point for us going forward as we get closer to districts on how we have to take care of the ball a little bit better in those situations and not allow easy points for the other team.
What do you see in the Carthage Tigers that you got to take away, or maybe things you want to capitalize on against them?
Well, they're on a 2-game win streak right now, and they've shot it really well in their last 2 games. They hit 9 threes 2 games ago. In their last game out, they hit 7. All 5 players that he puts on the court will shoot the 3. They love the 3-point shot. They get after you in man-wise. So I feel like us going against Republic, you know, and having Carthage on that back-to-back like that, we've seen that tough pressure. So we know what type of defense that we plan to see. But he's going to play 7, 8, 9 kids, but he's senior dominated. He's going to start 5 seniors. So those kids have been through the battles, you know, and they've had their ups and downs. But one key for us is making sure that those long shots and those long rebounds that we capitalize and not let them get set in seconds and thirds on that, and that we contest shooters. Because like I said, all 5 kids he starts are going to pull the trigger.
You've developed a team, loves to run and can really score when they're doing the right things in transition. A lot of that comes down to finishing around the rim and getting those shots up, but also having someone a teammate that is following up on all those breakaways just to make sure if there is a miss, something happens. But talk to me about how you walk them through that, how you coach that up.
Yeah, we love to get out and run, teaching our kids to make sure that we rebound first so we don't leak out, and that you run every single possession regardless of whether you get it or not. Like, give us an opportunity and to throw it ahead to you to get that easy score. And then in the girls' game, you know, if you make a lot of layups, you typically win the game. But unfortunately, all teams, I go through spurts where we miss layups. So we talk to our kids about missing it high if we miss it. So at least we have a rebounder on that backside. Because if you miss it short, and it's going to come straight back down, and it's either going to hit you and go out of the bounds, or the defender is right there. So we talk a lot about being soft around the rim. And we talk to our bigs about easy opportunities on that backside and reading angles of attack and where we need to get to. But that's something that we strive to get is some easy points each game in our transition.
Finally, Coach, what are the keys to victory for the Cardinals tonight?
Long shots, long rebounds. Like, we have to make sure that we rebound those long threes, and we must get out and contest their shooters. Is something defensively that we have to do. Like, make sure that we always have a hand up, and then offensively, we have to look to attack. We got to be a little more downhill in our drives, a little bit more aggressive, on our takes to the basket. Something that I think we learned for playing the Kickapoo in Republic that I hope to see us going forward. So,
Coach, good luck in tonight's ball game. We'll talk to you at halftime and after the game.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
You back to Webb City High School as the Tigers and the Cardinals set to do battle here. Our starting lineups brought to you by Papa John's of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. And let's tell you about those starters. First for the visiting Tigers, a 5'8" senior guard Lauren Choate, a 6' senior guard Ashlyn Brust, a 5'8" senior forward Jaden Brunnert, a 5'8" senior guard Maggie Boyd, and a 5'10" senior guard Lexa Youngblood. The head coach of the Tigers is Scott Moore. He's assisted by Christian McConnell and Matt Odie. Now the starting lineups for your Webb City Cardinals. It'll be a 5'10" senior Jenna Schultz, a 5'7" sophomore Abby Sargent, a 5'7" sophomore Whitley Keith, a 5'11" sophomore Addie Burns, and a 6'1" sophomore Adeline Maxwell. The head coach of the Cardinals is Grant Barrett, assisted by Brooke Stauffer, Kathy Harris, and Emma Floyd. Their managers are Lydia McKee and Lachelle Haywood. And guys, it's also time now for our keys to winning, brought to you by Missouri Southern State University. Our first-time qualifying freshmen can earn up to $20,000 in scholarships. You can apply today at mssu.edu/mosomerit. Dimitri, how about a couple of keys here tonight?
I got a couple of keys and I'll throw it to Will. My first key is they got to be able to hang on to the ball. I mean, when they went up there to Republic, Republic was all over the place. They're aggressive, they're scrappy. It's a lot like this Carthage Lady Tigers team. So they got to be able to hold on to the ball. But on top of that, when they get their skills, they're doing a great job defensively, applying pressure, getting rebounds, getting out there. When they make that outlet pass, they got to score efficiently in transition. They got to get these points, and behind the arc, it's got to come at a consistent clip as well.
Well, I'll add one more onto that, starting with the letter C. We've got to communicate. We saw Coach Barrett talk about how there's sometimes only 4 out of the 5 girls who know what we're doing. We got to have all 5 girls knowing. We've got to talk. We've got to know where everybody's going to be or where they're supposed to be at all times on the court.
And our officials for tonight, Alan Davis, Chris Melson, and Chris Anderson. Chris Melson has the basketball, and ready at center court is Addie Burns. And the Cardinals control the tip. Abby Sargent with the basketball, man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Sargent down the lane, looking for a cutter and throws it away. Had both Schultz and Whitley Keith trying to make that cut away from the basketball. Just a turnover there. Cardinals will show their 1-2-2 press here to start things defensively.
The biggest thing, Scott, when you're playing a man-to-man defense like the Tigers have, when you make that cut, you just got to go all the way through the paint and go to the corner. You can't make a half cut because you end up in the same spot as we just saw.
There's a near steal. Cardinals get it back. The Tigers actually started and the first team foul of the night will go against Jenna Schultz. Alexa Youngblood at the free throw line, knocks down her first. Yeah, one thing Coach Barrett talked about too was just finishing at the rim. He really wants to see improvement on those finishes at the basket. Cardinals push it up the floor after the missed second free throw. Top of the key to Sargent. Now to Burns for three. Her shot blocked. Youngblood got a piece of that one. Here come the Tigers on the run. Schultz swings it across. Three by Brenner is good. And a quick timeout by head coach Grant Barrett. Cardinals trail 4-0. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome as the Tigers lead the Cardinals 4-0. We've got lights flashing in the dome indicating some kind of alarm. We're going to play on for the moment. Addie Burns with the basketball, and now an official's timeout to see if the building has some kind of issue. Jeff Brown is assistant principal here at Webb City High School, dialing in to find out what's happening. They'll send all the players to the benches at the moment. And while we wait to find out if we're going to have to clear this dome, we'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. Back here with more Cardinal basketball after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year.
To the Cardinal Dome, the alarm has been silenced and everybody's safe. Abby Sargent driving to the basket, misses the layup. Rebound by Brust and then fouled from behind. Those are some of those fouls you don't want to pick up right there, Dimitri.
Oh, 100%, but it's one of the most and more the relatable fouls that you see. I mean, you miss a tough, easy layup, and then you just try and want to get the ball back as quick as possible.
And she just committed another one from behind. Cardinals deflected the basketball. Three Cardinal players looked at each other saying who's going to go get the loose ball, but none of the three went for it. And now two quick fouls on Abby Sargent will have her on the bench. She'll be replaced by Brecklin Sargent. Here come the Tigers. Boyd, trapped by the Cardinals, gets it to Brust. Inside to go to Youngblood. Back out to Brust. Now back to Boyd. Youngblood drives down the lane, guarded by Schultz. And she had her teammate Maxwell right there, so you don't want to give a body foul there if at all possible, sending Youngblood back to the line here. You can tell she's savvy about getting the foul.
Oh, 100%. And first one falls through, but it's just like Will said in the pregame show. I mean, they got to be able to communicate. So as Burns and Maxwell at the bottom, I mean, they see everything in the zone and they see everything behind them. So they got to be able to communicate well and efficiently tonight.
Kinsey Horn checks in for Jenna Schultz. And the Cardinals trail 6-0. 6:07 left here in the first. A long pass knocked out of bounds, but off the hands of Kinsey Horn. And another timeout called by head coach Grant Barrett. Going to get his point across here in this first quarter. We'll take it with you back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
And we'll welcome you back to the Cardinal Dome as the Tigers inbound it. Choate gets it to Boyd, trapped by Sargent and Whitley Keith. They get it through the trap. Burns waiting for him at the rim, and a rebound by Brust off the miss. Choate with it again. Dribbling through traffic and stolen by the Cardinals. Burns gets it to Whitley Keith, pushes ahead to Maxwell. She's underneath for two. Nice push ahead that time. Maxwell ready for the catch. Cardinals trail at 6-2.
I mean, when you have one of the three Maxwell sisters in the game, I mean, you might as well throw it up to only where they can get it. I mean, that was a great pass by Keith, and now they'll look to convert on it.
And a dribble through the lane and missing that time was Boyd. The Tigers get it right back. A lot of offensive rebounds so far for the Tigers, something the Cardinals will have to pay attention to. Splitting the double team was Lauren Choate, but she was fouled from behind by Whitley Keith. And that's where if you're double teaming, sometimes you got to go shoulder to shoulder just to make sure they can't split it.
Oh, 100%. But more importantly, Scott, they got to trap in the correct spots. I mean, they're trying to trap in the middle of the court instead of the dead zones of the corners as first free throw rolls in. I mean, they got to trap either in the corner, either the high post or in the edges of the half court. But they're trying to do exactly what the guys do as well. And it's working efficiently so far, but they got to be more aggressive, as you said, get shoulder to shoulder.
Chesney Brown checks in for the Cardinals. They trail 8-2 after a pair of free throws are good there. Brecklin Sargent up ahead to Brown. She'll take it by herself, put it up, no good. And a rebound off the foot that time of one of the Tigers. Off the foot of Maggie Boyd. Brecklin Sargent to throw it in. A slow offensive start for the Cardinals. In the corner to Burns. Fakes the three, dribbles down the lane. Stops, pops, and puts it in. That time came under control, got her shot.
1,000%, and as you said, that's her shot. That high post area is Burns' area all day.
8-4, the Cardinals trail. A nice block, they push it ahead. Brown has it, and then she's fouled by Jaden Brunnert. Again, the Cardinals are doing the right thing when they've gotten the defensive stop. They're looking ahead to push. Brecklin Sargent throws it into Burns. Jumper from the corner, no good. Chesney Brown got the rebound, but then she was tied up, and it'll go back to the Tigers on the alternate possession. 8-4, the Tigers lead it with 4:26 left here in the first. Choate. Now they kick it over here to Boyd. In the corner with it is Brust. Back out front to Choate. Dribbles down the lane, guarded by Brown. Down a three by Brunnert. It's good. She's got 2 threes. Got to find her now that she's knocked down 2.
I mean, that's y'all's spot, Scott. I mean, all lefties love that little left wing. I mean, it's money. It's perfect for y'all's shot, so they got to be able to make that adjustment and take that away from her.
Whitley Keith dribbling through the double team. And Cardinals got to avoid these bad spots to be double teamed near midcourt, near the corner. Brecklin Sargent on the inbounds, behind her back, puts it up in the lane, good. Cardinals trail 11-6, 3:45 left here in the first. Cardinals trapping. Tigers bring it up the floor. Brunnert gets it to Boyd. Now a three, that time by Choate, and off the miss, knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cardinals. Better job that time closing on Jaden Brunnert. The Tigers get it right back. Brust with a lay-in, no good, but she taps it back out to her teammate off the miss. They swing it around. Now Choate dribbling into the lane. Tried to get it to Brust, and she fell out of bounds trying to save it. I'll tell you what, Brust may be 5 foot straight up. I think she's got 4 offensive rebounds so far.
100%. I mean, those are those kind of rebounds and stats that if you want it bad enough, I mean, you can go get it. If you want to box someone out, you can go get it, and that's what she's doing tonight.
2-2-1 press. Cardinals break it. Addie Burns for 2. No good. And there's Brust with the rebound. They push it up the floor to Choate. Cardinals trapping. They get it over to Boyd. Now a 3 by Brunnert off the glass. It's good. She's feeling it early, and she's given the Tigers a 14-6 lead with her 3 threes. Addie Burns has it. She'll drag it back to the top of the key. Cardinals looking to get set. She'll dribble down the lane. Pass on the backside to Maxwell for 2. Perfect setup that time.
Oh, 100%. But on top of that, I mean, the Lady Tigers, they don't want to guard Maxwell. So tonight like tonight, I mean, Maxwell's got to have at least 10 before the quarter is over.
14-8. The Cardinals trail by 6 despite the 3 threes by Brunnert. There's Brust for 3. 17-8, and you can't say it enough. It's the 4 threes that have been responsible for this early lead for the Tigers.
It's just how Republic got on them the other week. I mean, they're not open threes, but it's just a matter of fact that you're not having high hands on the closeout. I mean, that's just a fundamental thing. You got to be able to want that. It's got to be one of those things in practice where it burns the quads, but you just got to do it. You just got to be able to have high hands and close out the shooter.
Brecklin Sargent got it, then lost it trying to drive to the hoop. And faking the 3, they kick it out to Youngblood for 3. And she knocks one down. 5 threes in the first quarter and a 20-8 lead for the Carthage Tigers with 1:33 left. And second personal foul on Maggie Boyd. Tigers will bring in Adley Gober. Cardinals will bring in Sinclair for Chesney Brown. Disparity in this score. Just the 3-point shooting of the Tigers in the early going. There's Whitley Keith for 3. No good. Rebound Youngblood. She'll get it to Brunnert. Lefty will bring it up the floor. Kick it over to Gober. She puts up a shot. No good. And Brunnert with the rebound. Gets it to Endicott. Now back to Choate. Driving down the lane. Fouled. Well, they've got a good inside-outside game. They're willing to drive it into the middle. They picked up some free throws along the way there, but and the first free throw good. 21-8 our score with 1:05 left. Tell you that some of our sponsors include Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Purple Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, and Papa John's Pizza of Webb City. 22-8 with a minute left here in the first. Whitley Keith down the lane. Puts up a hook shot. It's good. Settled her feet that time, and exactly what Coach Barrett was working with them on earlier this week in practice. That little scoop shot. They kick it out, knocked away by the Cardinals, picked up by Sargent, gets it to Burns. 36 seconds. She dribbles through the lane. Cardinals wanted to foul. Tigers fans wanted a charge. Neither was called. They're letting them play. And stolen by Brecklin Sargent. She'll put up a layup, and it's short. 15 seconds left here in the first. End-to-end action. There's Burnett for three. Off the back iron. Picked up by Whitley Keith. And throws it out of bounds. And the Tigers are going to get one more possession here with 4.3 seconds. And that's the case there. Boy, you just want to dribble out the quarter if you can. Cardinals will have to play tough D here with 4 seconds. In the backcourt with it is Choate. She'll have to hurry the shot now. Cardinals don't want to foul. A three at the buzzer, no good. At the end of one, it's the Carthage Tigers 22, your Webb City Cardinals 10. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network, back in 30.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Welcome you back to Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Dome tonight. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. And guys, thoughts about that first quarter, Will?
Well, I thought the Cardinals just defensively, they're closing out on the 3 points were just not quite good enough. And then also, as Dimitri was saying during the break, they're just not putting up enough shots to compete with the hot three-point shooting from Carthage.
Oh, 100% Will. But on top of that, what Coach Moore is doing with the Lady Tigers is he's pressing sometimes. He's letting off the gas and he's pressing. I mean, they got to come under control. The Lady Cardinals have to be able to handle the pressure. They got to be able to look up when they're dribbling. But more importantly, if they're going to break that press or they're going to break the half-court trap, somebody like Maxwell or Burns who can see over the defense has to stay in the middle and come up high to where they can throw it. If not, you're trying to throw these long passes that are almost 50 feet across the court.
Cardinals will open the second quarter with Brecklin Sargent, Addie Burns, Whitley Keith, Adeline Maxwell, and Kinsey Horn. Cardinals give it away on the first possession. Here come the Tigers. They swing it around to Brunner. She turns down a three. Brust gives it up. Now in the corner to Choate. Back up top now to Boyd. Guarded by Brecklin Sargent. Gets a screen from Youngblood. Shoots it. No good. Rebound by Whitley Keith. Gives it up to Brecklin Sargent. Dribbling down the lane. Feed to Maxwell. Blocked from behind. Youngblood was right behind her. She just brought it a little too far back. Tigers Choate has it. Near the free throw line. Kicks it over to Brust. She'll dribble and swing it over to Boyd. Little weave action. There's a three by Choate. Off the mark. Loose ball picked up by Whitley Keith. Up the floor, wide open Burns. Couldn't quite get to the basket. Cut off by Youngblood. Brecklin Sargent gets a screen from Burns. Kicks it to Whitley Keith for three from the corner. No good. Rebound Maxwell. And no good. And then off the hands of Burns. Cardinals got a great look first from the three and then the putback attempt by Maxwell as well.
I mean, Scott, they got to keep getting effective shots. I mean, with the man-to-man defense that the Lady Tigers are playing, it's basically saying, my player is better than your player. Try and go score on me one-on-one. And if that's the case, go set a ball screen. I mean, they're not going to hedge it so you can cause a switch. I mean, you got to be able to have someone who can take you off the dribble, and that's got to be Keeson Sargent's job, and as well as Burns from the high post from now on.
Choate turned down to the three, goes down the lane, no good. Rebound Burns. Cardinals looking to push to Horn, and right through her hands that time. A little bit of a hot pass. I think she was ready for it. She getting set up.
I think, though, Scott, I think she was ready to shoot from that corner as well. I mean, that's her shot. I mean, she shot a nice little 30-25% this year. So as a shooter, I mean, you got to have your feet set before you're ready to shoot the ball.
Kaylin Maxwell checks in for Adeline Maxwell. Chasney Brown checked in for the Cardinals as well. There's a three by Brunner. Off the mark. They'll call a push from behind on Whitley Keith. There's something special about the young lady, Ashlyn Bruss, but she just knows where to position herself. That time a good box out, and the Tigers will get the ball back.
Right,
22-10 our score. Tigers lead it.
As you said, Scott, I mean, she's listed at 5 foot on the roster, so.
Chasney Brown rebounds the miss from Youngblood. Nearly threw it away.
As I was saying, Scott, I mean, she's listed at 5 foot. So, you know, on max preps, they give you another inch or two just to kind of satisfy you a little bit. So maybe she's 5 foot, maybe she's about 5'1", but regardless, I mean, she stays on the court all 32 minutes. And on top of that, she's a senior, as you just pointed out. So there's no taking her off the court. I mean, the only reason that she thinks in her mind that she can come off the court is if she's in foul trouble. I mean, she's not going to change her speed of play.
Whitley Keith begging for someone to break towards her. They get it into Kaylin Maxwell. Fouled from behind by Brunner. That's why you want a post player in there. Make it easy for them to catch and make it tough for the defense.
100%, but if you're going to have one of the Maxwell triplets in there having the low block, you got to have Burns in the high block as well. You got to be able to work that two-man game and get this offense rolling.
And they're trying to work a little screen rescreen for Maxwell. She dumps it down to Whitley Keith, or no, that's Abby Sargent who checked in, and she gets her first 2. She's carrying 2 fouls, so try to be a little judicious with the defensive action. Brust has it. Gets it to Youngblood. Down the lane she goes. Challenged by Brown, who may have blocked it, saved it in, but they'll say she stepped on the line. Good defensive coverage that time by the Cardinals. 22-12 our score. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Boyd into Youngblood. Down the lane she goes. Met by Maxwell. And she was pushed before Maxwell had a chance to block that one.
I mean, they're just out of position. I mean, the press has been out of position and the zone's been out of position. So if you're out of position, you just got to give up and trust that the next person's going to help you and then help the helper as well, as I always say.
Our sponsors include Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. Second free throw for Youngblood coming up. It's off the back iron. Rebound Abby Sargent looking to push. Cut off there by Brust, but puts it up anyway. And Scott Moore, the Tigers coach, asking if that was a charge. Official says no. The Tigers want a timeout. Cardinals trail 22-14 with 4:44 left here in the second. We'll take it with you. Back with more Cardinal basketball after this. You're listening to Cardinal basketball on a KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back in 30.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Our DJ trying to get this crowd enthused. Cardinals battling back. Now within 8 at 22-14. A lot of time left in this first half. Cardinals just got to keep playing solid defense and knocking down some shots. And so far, they've not allowed a 3 in this quarter. There's a 3-point attempt. And missing, but rebounded by Youngblood. They go back up top to Boyd, back to Youngblood, dribbles down the lane, cut off there. Now Schote with it. She'll kick it over to Boyd, and stolen by Sargent. Pushes ahead to Abby Sargent, and she was fouled trying to put up the left-hand layup. Great transition there by the Cardinals.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the other Sargent sister, I mean, she caught the ball. She immediately pivoted and looked up. And as we were talking about in the pregame, I mean, they threw the outlet pass immediately. It's not a lob. It's not a bounce pass. It's a chest pass, and it's go get it and give you a little lead for the layup.
Abby Sargent knocks down the first free throw as the Tigers will send the dangerous Jaden Brunnert back in. She's got 9 points on 3 threes in the first half. All of them in that first quarter. Second free throw good. Now within 7, 22-16. Tigers lead it. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Breckland Sargent cuts off Boyd. She gets out of the trap. Brunnert for 3. Off the back iron, and a good box out that time by Burns.
Oh, 100%. I mean, she pushed her from all the way from the left block all the way to the volleyball line out of there, and that's amazing. I mean, if you're Coach Brunnert, that's exactly what you want. I mean, that sets it up, and now you've caught Brunnert cold. She's 0 for 2 in the 3-point, so now you got to take advantage and keep cutting to the lead as they are.
Cardinals trying to set up the play here. They get it to Burns at the high post. On the curl is Breckland Sargent, and she'll put up the shot. Rebound by Maxwell. Back to Breckland Sargent. Cross-court pass knocked away by the Tigers. Boy, they had a good look that time. You can tell this intent to get Maxwell set up or Burns set up. Part of the game plan right now. Burns with a high screen. On the roll. Abby Sargent has her shot blocked, got her own rebound, and she tried to throw it into Maxwell on a bounce pass, but knocked away by the Tigers. Cardinals will have it baseline out of bounds. Abby Sargent to throw it in. Cross screen, lob it out to Chesney Brown, who jumped to catch it. Abby Sargent for 3 from the corner, no good. Maxwell couldn't grab the rebound, had it ripped away. Here come the Tigers, shoot the other way. They swing it wide to Boyd. Back up top to Youngblood. Over to Gobert. Now to Brunnert in the corner. Back to Gobert. Now to Youngblood. She curls around Burns, who made it difficult. And again, Maxwell on the backside for the rebound was fouled from behind.
I mean, she's going to be real dominant these next couple of years, but now is where she's getting that first couple starts. Now she's getting that real key varsity time. If she's going to make her mark, it's got to be inside the paint, both offensively and defensively.
Ashley Roden will check in for the Tigers, replacing Brunnert. 22-16 our score, inside 3 minutes in the first half. Big lead for the Tigers in the first half. Cardinals battling back here late. Abby Sargent in for 2 more. Having her in there makes a huge difference. She's now got 8 points, 6 of them in this second quarter.
Well, 100%, Scott, but one thing that doesn't go on the stat sheet is Lady Tigers take a timeout.
We'll take it with you back here in 30 seconds with the Cardinals trailing 22-18. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Web City Cardinals Sports Network back in 30.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Web City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or Cookie Dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Web City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Web City Cardinals.
Cardinal Dome here at Webb City High School on a cold, wintry night. Expecting a little of that white stuff overnight, guys, but we got a battle going here inside. Cardinals on a little 8-2 run here in the second quarter, trail 22-18. What have you seen that you like, Dimitri?
I mean, offensively, they're really picking it up. I mean, they're setting screens, they're adjusting to the man, but they got to be careful because it's only a matter of time before Coach Morris sets up another little trap, another little zone, but defensively as well, they're starting to box out more. They're not only boxing out, they're not looking for someone else to rebound. They're helping each other out, they're boxing out, and they're talking, as Will was saying earlier.
It's notable, 2 of the players that were very much responsible for the Tigers' lead, Brunnert with her threes, Brust with her offensive rebounding, both on the bench right now.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you got to take advantage of it. I mean, you're cutting in the lead only down by 4 with 2:20 to go. I mean, it's go time for the Cardinals.
They kick it over to Choate on the left wing inside to Youngblood. And blocked and fouled as she came right through Addie Burns that time. Just got to move your feet there.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, And if you want to make the adjustment, I mean, Youngblood, she's only operating in the high post. If you're Burns, deny her that high post pass, maybe tip it out, but you can't let her keep operating in there. She's passing it well as well to the corners.
Yeah, and she's coming hard with that right hand, too. Somehow you got to take away the strong hand.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, and that's where Maxwell can get her a couple blocks as well and maybe send it into the crowd.
Youngblood, second free throw good. She's got 8 on the night. 24-18 after the big run by the Cardinals. Tigers score their 4th point of the quarter. Abby Sargent trapped, gets it to Kenzie Horn, who checked in. Now back to Abby Sargent. Brecklin Sargent in there as well, along with Burns and Maxwell. Down the lane goes Abby Sargent. She's fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. We'll tell you that Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College, just some of our sponsors here tonight. Coach Grant Barrett giving some instructions to Kenzie Horn, likely talking about how they want to set up defensively. Second free throw good. Cardinals climb within 4, 24-20. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Boyd trapped. Gets it across to Gobler. Now back to Boyd. Cardinals playing solid man-to-man right now. Stolen by Abby Sargent. Up the right side and missing, but right there's Brecklin Sargent for the finish. That's exactly what they practiced this week, was making sure somebody followed anybody on a breakaway. Cardinals rewarded there, 24-22. Now back within 2 of the Cardinals. Gober with it. Get it to Schote. Drives the lane against Maxwell and puts it in. And I think she was fouled by Addie Burns. If that's on her, it's her 3rd. You hate to see that 3rd foul. 1:09 left here in the second quarter. Chasney Brown will check in for Burns. And Bruss checks back in for the Tigers. She replaces Adley Gober. Missing the free throw, but Tigers get the rebound. Stolen by Kenzie Horn. Gets it to Abby Sargent. She wants to push. Cardinals see if they hold for 1 here. They get it to Chasney Brown. She wants 3. Never mind holding for 1. She knocks it down. Cardinals down by 1. 26-25. 48 seconds left.
I mean, how can you pass up a shot like that, Scott?
Beautiful setup that time. Boyd in the corner to Bruss. Drives the lane. Oh, boy. Grant Barrett jumping up and down on that one. Maxwell with a block. They're going to say it was body contact down low, and it has to be down low. You're playing against 5-foot Bruss. And Adlin Maxwell goes 6 foot. I think Coach Barrett just asking that time, did she have verticality in her position, which you're allowed to have. Bruss free throw, no good. Box out by Sargent and picks up the rebound. They swing it to Brown, over to Abby Sargent for 3. No good. Rebound by Kenzie Horn. 25 seconds left. Cardinals could hold it if they want. Abby Sargent looks at the clock. 15 seconds. And now Brecklin Sargent picks up her dribble a little early. 10 seconds. Abby Sargent kicks it out to Brown. Somebody's got to get a shot up. They kick it away. Here come the Tigers for a final shot. And good at the buzzer as the Cardinals squander a last-second chance to give up the late 2, but a battle royal as we go to halftime. The Tigers lead at 28-25. Back with our halftime show after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back in 3 minutes.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime.
Are you stressed because you don't have enough money or connections to get to where you want to go? Are you frustrated when you see your friends climbing the corporate ladder? Do you have too many bills and not enough income? Well, there is a person who understands exactly what you're going through, and the best part is, he wants to help you. That person is Jesus. Learn more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the 2nd grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
And we welcome you back to Webb City High School. Here at the Cardinal Dome tonight, first of a doubleheader. Boy, the first quarter looked like a blowout for the Tigers because it was 20-10. Cardinals hold them to 8 in the second quarter and put up 15 of their own. They trail by 3 thanks to a late bucket by the Tigers there. Our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. But Dimitri, that first quarter, not what you wanted, but I thought the adjustments made and the contributions of Abby Sargent being back in the lineup made the difference.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's like what I talked to you guys about, the control. They were able to handle the pressure well. They're able to handle that man-to-man well. Now the next step is how are they going to handle, they're getting the right screens, they're getting the right off-ball movement, but they're switching everything. So it's like we were talking about, get someone like Burns and Maxwell to seal one of those smaller guards and then go to work. But now that's the next adjustment. And after that, they're, like you said, shouting distance. They're only within a possession. So it's a matter of time if they can continue to get these consistent shots up and defensively keep doing what they're doing. They're closing out well, and on top of that, they're getting the rebounds, and the outlet pass has been perfect all night.
Well, the Tigers did a number on the Cardinals in that first quarter rebounding-wise. I thought the box outs on the defensive side were much better. Cardinals had some opportunities to run as a result.
Yeah, Maxwell did a really good job boxing out. She was able to force a few fouls, download 2, and of course, the Cardinals, I think they figured out what Carthage wanted to do, the in-and-out three-point shot, and they've been able to jump some of those, and then they've had somebody running down the court to get the long pass, and so definitely a great job coming back offensively and defensively in that second quarter.
It's 28-25. The Tigers lead the Webb City Cardinals here at the half. Our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. We'll come back in 3 minutes, go over some of the first half statistics. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Web City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 3 minutes.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
The Bible says that our hearts are sinful, that it's full of evil imaginations.
Billy Graham.
The Bible says that our heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's the reason Christ said, except a man is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. I ask you tonight, wouldn't you like to have a new heart? Wouldn't you like to have Christ tonight who can forgive the past, give you joy and peace in the present, and change your life for the future? He can do it if you let him. Give your life to Christ tonight. Let him give you a new heart. Make you a new person.
What Jesus Christ offers you is nothing short of revolutionary. If you're ready to surrender your life to him, we can help. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
From the start of the second quarter, Scott Boudreau is awaiting his interview with Coach Grant Barrett. We're going to go over some of the first half statistics, and we will note probably the biggest one. Scott misspoke earlier. The Tigers were actually leading 22-10, and so the Cardinals held them scoreless for about 6 minutes in the second quarter. So just adding on to the greatness of the Cardinals defense. Coach Grant Barrett is actually making his way over right now, so we'll go on ahead, send it down to Scott.
Coach, a lot of hot shooting in the first quarter, but you guys came right back in the second quarter. I thought got your feet under you and saw some shots go in, then get back within 3 here at half.
Yeah, we had a really good second quarter. That last possession of the second quarter, we need to do that again. Like I botched that, but I'm proud of the girls and the way they responded on that when we got down 12 or 13 or whatever it was. Now it's a grinded out game. It's a 1-possession game. So
good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
And Cardinals certainly know they're in the fight as they get ready to take the floor here to start this third quarter. And Dimitri, what major adjustment would you make here to start this third quarter for the Cardinals?
I think they're doing a good job. I think they made all the right adjustments. In my opinion, I don't think there's any other adjustments than what I mentioned was working on how they're going to handle the Lady Tigers hedging the screens and switching the screens. But overall, they just got to keep playing their game and keep doing exactly what Coach Barrett said. They got to have another consistent and well-oiled first, second, and half.
Whitley Keith gets it to Abby Sargent on the right wing, screened by Burns, and a three, no good, and out of bounds as she missed the iron that time. I like the first play, though. Nice setup, little screen roll action. If they don't cover the three, you shoot it. Cardinals show their 1-2-2 press. Tigers get it. Across the timeline, Brunner with it. And knocked away by Abby Sargent. Choate to throw it in to Boyd. Guarded by Keith and Burns, a near steal. Here comes Choate down the lane, puts up a shot against Maxwell off the glass and good. Maxwell challenged it but didn't want to foul. 30-25, the Tigers lead. They get it across to Burns. Inside to Jenna Schultz. She puts up the left-hand shot, and it's good. She was in perfect position that time for that feed. Here come the Tigers the other way. Boyd to Choate. Guarded by Keith. Now to Brunner. Cross-court pass. They get it to Brust in the corner. Her three's good. She's got 2 threes in the ball game. Sat for a good portion of that second quarter where the Cardinals were making their run. And it's 33-27. That tells you right there, Tigers not going to quit shooting the threes.
Oh, 100%, Scott. But at the same time, the Cardinals got to do the same thing as well. I mean, the first shot of the game, it just shows confidence that they have in Sargent. So now, if you're Keith, if you're Burns, look to take that wing three that you guys like.
Schultz back out to Sargent as head coach Grant Barrett resets the play call. They get it to Keith on the right wing. On the curl was Burns, but a bad pass gives it back to the Carthage Tigers. They come up the floor. They take away the initial three by Boyd. There's Youngblood, gets down the lane against Maxwell, puts up a shot, but she's fouled. Never could quite take the baseline away. Otherwise, she might have had a chance to get a clean block there. Youngblood really savvy going down the lane.
Oh, 1,000%, but more credit to the Lady Tigers. I mean, the ball moving is crisp. It's quick. They know where they're going with the pass. There's no hesitation. And on top of that, the dribble drive is even better as Youngblood's shot hits the right iron and off. They're quick. They're effective. I mean, there's no hesitation. There's no second thought. If they're going to do something, they're going to go do it. And if you stop it, they got 2-3 answers to go off of it.
And they got a lot of seniors on the floor who played a lot of basketball. Youngblood's second free throw good. Lead up to 7, 34-27. Under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Here comes Abby Sargent with it. Guarded by Brust. Gets it to Whitley Keith on that right wing. There's the curl by Burns. Shot they were looking for earlier. She'll turn, spin, and she double dribbles. Got to go ahead and shoot that, you think?
Oh, 100%. That's her shot. If that's the curl off the screen you're getting, they're not switching how they played it. They're not hedging the screen off ball. That's her shot. So the second she catches it, square up. If the shot's not there, you got to have someone like Keith or Sargent or even Maxwell. They got to be in the wing or at least a corner so that Burns can see him.
Yeah, and if it gets blocked, so be it. There's a shot by Choate. No good. The three, rebound by Brust. Now Youngblood with it. Trapped for a moment. Back to Brust in the corner. Now to Boyd at the right wing. Double team there by Burns and Sargent, and a foul from behind by Schultz as they kicked it down to Brust. We'll tell you the Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945, located at 108 North Main Street in Webb City, offering insurance including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com. And a steal by Whitley Keith. She was right in front of the Carthage bench, and she let Brunner dribble it out of bounds wisely. Still 34-27, Tigers lead. 5:05 left here in the third. Sargent down the right, or the left side rather. Used great body control that time and got it up and over Brust for the 2. She's got 12 on the night. Choate through everybody, missed the shot, knocked away by Youngblood out of Maxwell's hands, and it'll go back to the Cardinals.
Scott, that was a really good move. I mean, the Euro step was effective. She got Maxwell right off the block, and I think maybe she goes up with that left hand that you always say. I think that goes through.
Brecklin Sargent checks in. Screen for Abby Sargent, spins. And now Brecklin Sargent down the lane, tried to lob to Maxwell. Lob that as high as you want to, I say. The Carthage Tigers steal it. Bruss on the right wing in the corner to Youngblood for 3. It's good. There's that ball movement again. And the Tigers extend the lead to 37-29. Brecklin Sargent to Abby Sargent. Gets down the lane, puts up a left hand, no good. Tipped out. Brecklin Sargent with a rebound. She puts up a left-hand shot, no good. Now Chasney Brown will bring it back out to Whitley Keith for 3. Off the back iron. Maxwell fighting for the rebound. Saved. And Chasney Brown has it for the Cardinals. And what do they call it? Travel there? And we got a timeout on the floor with the Tigers leading 37-29. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Web City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Web City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Web City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
Welcome back to Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Dome. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Luke Taylor running the show back at our studios. And Tigers have possession with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. They lead it 38-33 over the Cardinals. Knocked away by Sargent and kicked away late by Choate. And to go back to the Cardinals. The traps are working here in this third quarter as the Cardinals making this comeback.
But they're trapping in the right spot, Scott. I mean, you're trapping in the dead zones of the right past half court line in the corners, and as we were talking about during the break, in the corners of the bottom of the court as well. So they keep doing that. They keep getting these steals now, so they just got to score.
Chesney Brown in the lane, puts up a shot. She just short-armed it. Had a wide-open look. Here comes Brennert the other way, gives it to Choate. Back to Boyd. They swing it to Youngblood. She'll come down the lane, cut off there. Swing it back around to Choate, fakes the three. And now to Brust for three. It's good. Her second three of the quarter. She is a catch-and-shoot shooter. She just lets it fly. There comes Brecklin Sargent. Had her shot blocked. Addie Burns had it knocked away and then lost it off her fingertips. As Adeline Maxwell checks back in for Chesney Brown.
To your point, Scott, I mean, every great shooter, the assist, whoever's throwing the assist, they know their shooter's shooting pocket. If you can always get that ball in the shooter pocket, there's no doubt it's going in.
And there's Youngblood with a drive down the lane and a late challenge, not enough. A 10-point lead now for the Tigers after the Cardinals had closed within 5. It's 43-33. And there's Whitley Keith with another little right hook. Puts it in. Keith with 4 points. And the Cardinals nearly get it stolen. Now Abby Sargent comes up with the loose ball. She'll settle things down. Give it to Brecklin Sargent. Down the lane she goes. And missing the shot. Wish she'd have lobbed that over to Maxwell. Here comes Choate the other way. Guarded by Burns and knocked away late. That's great defensive posture because she could have picked up her fourth right there, but she waited to get her body out of the way and then knocked it away.
That's just using her frame, Scott. I mean, she works the high post well offensively, and down in the low paint, that's got to be hers. Maxwell and Burns, they got to be able to shut that off at all times.
Kenzie Horn checks in for the Cardinals. Boyd throws it away on the inbounds. Cardinals made it tough to get it in that time, guarding man-to-man. And it goes right back to the Cardinals. Abby Sargent brings it up the floor. Boyd, now Brecklin Sargent, tried to get it in the corner to Horn, but stolen by Choate. Waiting for is Youngblood, misses the layup on the 2-on-2 break. Abby Sargent brings it back across. Now he can settle down right here. 2 seconds, got to get a shot up, and no good. And at the end of 3, it's the Carthage Tigers 43, Webb City Cardinals 35. Come back with fourth quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Luke Taylor back at our studios. Proudly supporting the Cardinals, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. BDR provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 782-0829, or online at www.bdrcpas.com. Supporting Webb City Cardinals is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more. Call Webb City Florist and Greenhouse at 673-3780. Cardinals with the basketball, trailing by 8. 43-35, stolen by Brust. And she dribbles off the back foot of Abby Sargent, but gets it back. Now Sargent steals it back, and we'll have a tie-up. Brust relentless. And we're just so impressed with her capabilities on and off the ball. She just where she needs to be at all times. Cardinals, Whitley Keith and Kinsey Horn check out. Chesney Brown and Brecklin Sargent back in. Maxwell and Burns along with Abby Sargent. Youngblood. There's Brunnert for a long two. It's good. 45-35. Cardinals trail by 10. We said it during the break. You don't need to be in a hurry, although you trail by 10. There's a left-handed layup attempt by Sargent, and she's fouled.
Yeah, they just got to be able to slow it down. And as I was saying, just physically, they're just getting worn down by the Lady Tigers. I mean, they're swinging the ball quick. I mean, they're getting the rebounds quick. But more importantly, when you're in the back of this zone or whether you're in man, you got to see ball and man. That's one of the things you always see. You got to have two fingers out seeing ball and man at the same time as Sargent's free throw is up and good. They're having their backs to shooters and they're having their backs to ball. So a team like the Lady Tigers, they can just spark it up from anywhere from the backside if they get a consistent skip pass. So defensively, they got to pick it up. And as Will was saying, the communication's got to be even better tonight.
16 points for Sargent, who knocks down both free throws, 45-37. Cardinals trail by 8. 7:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Choate brings it up the floor, kicks it to Brunnert for three. It's off the mark and knocked out of bounds by Brust and Burns, but they'll say Burns touched it last. Boy, she's got to catch that one high and keep it high. Choate to throw it in. Up top to Youngblood, over here to Brust. And tipped. Brecklin Sargent on a breakaway. She'll put it up and in. Cardinals get the steal and got the bucket to go with it. 45-39. Choate with the basketball, trapped by Sargent, and now Chesney Brown in the corner to Brunnert. Now to Boyd, and a foul by Brecklin Sargent. Boy, you had her trapped right on the sideline.
I mean, that's the spot you want.
Sideline's your third defender, right?
100%. I mean, that's the spot you want. I mean, you get those corners, you get them tiptoeing on the baseline. That's exactly what you need.
There's a three by Choate. Off the mark, rebound Maxwell. Take your time, and here comes Abby Sargent. She'll come across the timeline. Set up the offense for the Cardinals. She wants a screen from Burns. Now she can swing it to Brown. Back to Sargent. Down the right side, knocked away by Youngblood.
I think the biggest thing, Scott, offensively, if the Lady Cardinals, they want to get the Lady Tigers out of this man, is if they're going for that screen, you know they're going to switch, you know they're going to hedge it, slip the screen. Or on top of that, go dribble drive over to them and then maybe fake the dribble drive and go attack. But you got to stay aggressive as the ball handler if you're going to try to beat someone. Because you see us right here, they're playing deny. Someone's got to back cut and go get a bucket.
There's Addie Burns off the inbounds for two. Cardinals now within 4, trail at 45-41. Boyd almost walked with it, guarded by Brecklin Sargent. Gets it across, and they're going to get a fourth foul now on Addie Burns. If she jumps that route, as we say in football, she gets the steal. Instead, she kind of laid back and tried to late reach and gets called for the foul.
You got to be confident in your work. I mean, Burns has the ability. She's proven it time and time again. Just go get that steal.
Boyd gets it to Brunnert, drives down the lane against Maxwell. She deflected that shot. Brown with the rebound, has Brecklin Sargent ahead against Choate. Left-hand layup, good! 45-43. A lot of people don't know she loves that left hand, but she knew where she was going with it.
Scott, I mean, it looked a little bit like you when you played on Sunday here. I mean, that Euro step's deadly. Sometimes as a player, when you're on a fast break and it's just a one-on-one, your eyes light up a little bit. That Euro step never fails.
I'm not sure I ever had that much speed. Cardinals knock it into the backcourt. Schote picks it up. There's Boyd down the lane, puts up a shot, blocked by Maxwell, on the floor with it. And a foul as Abby Sargent and Maggie Boyd both went to the floor. They're going to get a foul on Sargent. Just her third. She picked up 2 in the first, but his first one in the second half. They get it into Brenner, ripped away. And on the alternate possession, Cardinals will get it right back. Boy, Abby Sargent aggressive right now.
Oh, yeah, you can tell. One thing about Sargent, if she doesn't get the first steal, she's going to go get that second steal. It's almost a guarantee, Scott. I mean, she's relentless defensively, and offensively, she's just picking it up as the night goes on.
Burns gives it up the floor to Abby Sargent. Cardinals need a bucket to tie it. Stolen by Boyd. And guarded by Burns, puts it in. She couldn't afford to foul there. She's got 4. 47-43. Brecklin Sargent brings it across. Here comes Abby Sargent down the lane. All the way to the cup, puts up a shot, good. She's got 18 on the night. 47-45, 4:45 left here in the fourth. Both ball clubs playing at a high pace. Schote kicks it to Brennert for 3. No good. And then off the hands of Burns. And you can tell she's a little tired right now. Coach gonna bring her off the floor. Whitley Keith returns. Give her a quick rest before you bring her in for the final finish of this ball game. Knocked away by Whitley Keith. Good defense by the Cardinals on the inbounds. They throw it cross court to Maggie Boyd, double team there. In the corner to Brenner. She'll drag it back to the elbow. Now Maggie Boyd drags it back out front, guarded by Brecklin Sargent. Picks up her dribble. Cardinals get a near steal, but Schote picks it up behind the back, all the way to the cup. Euro step, no good. Rebound, Chesney Brown. Here comes Abby Sargent with it, and a reaching foul. Schote was frustrated by the miss.
I mean,
and she fouled on the other end.
Exactly what we saw in the first quarter with Sargent as well, and she's gotten better than that, especially since a freshman as well. She's been playing varsity for 2 years now. I mean, she's gotten better at not getting those frustration fouls that Schote just did.
Here comes Abby Sargent with it. 4 minutes left, and trailing by 2 are the Cardinals. There's a 3. No good. Chesney Brown saves it, but Schote picks it up for the Tigers. Against Whitley Keith, and a foul on the dribble. Just the 14th foul. That's probably a good foul in the open floor. You don't want to give up a layup. You can download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone apps at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Inbounds, Youngblood has it. Down the lane, tipped and knocked out of her hand. Maxwell with the rebound off the miss. Now Sargent brings it up the floor. All the way down the lane, puts up a wild shot, and Brust gets the charge. She had 2 teammates to her left that time. I was just hoping she was going to maybe make that jump stop and then flip it over to a teammate. That's her 4th. And Coach Barron asking about it. Thought maybe Brust was still moving, but 2 starters now with 4 fouls for the Cardinals. 3:33 left. Cardinals trail by 2. Whitley Keith back in the ball game. And a timeout called by the Tigers. And we'll keep it here and tell you about some of our sponsors. Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick's Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. Guys, 3:26 left. What's the keys to this last 3.5 minutes?
Well, I think you got to stay disciplined. You still have to be careful of the three-point shot. Carthage hasn't made one in a while, but that's not to say that they won't. And Abby Sargent, of course, with 4 fouls. Whitley Keith with 3. You got to be careful in this last 3.5 minutes. You need those 2 players. So be mindful, but still be aggressive.
And we apologize if you didn't hear our sound there for a minute or two, but we're back in business here. Cardinals trail 47-45. Dimitri, I always say the fourth quarter is also about one thing, and that's free throws. Team that makes their free throws going to have a better shot than the team that does not. Choate to throw it in. Gets it to Boyd. Brings it across against Brecklin Sargent. Now to Brust. Picks up her dribble. Knocked away and stolen by Chasney Brown. Gets it to Brecklin Sargent. She goes around. Brust puts it up and in with the left hand. We're tied at 47 apiece. 3:05 left here in the fourth. Choate brings it up the floor. Met there by Maxwell in the lane. Her shot no good. And off somebody's foot. It'll go back to the Cardinals as Burns will return for Adeline Maxwell. No, she'll replace Chasney Brown. You've worked this hard to tie it. Now you got to think about just making sure you get that good shot every time down the floor.
100%. It doesn't have to be a big three. I mean, you got all the momentum. I mean, like we said, it's rivalry week. I mean, Carthage is in town. The dome's packed. I mean, all you need is a layup right here with 2:45 left to go. And I'm sure the crowd's going to get up on their feet and start chanting defense here in a little bit.
11 points for Brecklin Sargent off the bench. 10 points for Brecklin Sargent off the bench. 18 for Abby Sargent to lead the way. Baseline out of bounds play coming up here. Cardinals see if they try to lob it in. They do to Maxwell. She puts it up and in. And the Cardinals lead 49-47 for the first time in this ball game. 2:30 left. Maggie Boyd trapped by a pair of Cardinals. They get it to Youngblood. Brunnert for 3. Off the front of the iron. Rebound by Abby Sargent. Pushes it up to Brecklin Sargent. Going against Youngblood. Had it knocked out of her hand. Tiger Nation protesting the call. Cardinals pretty happy about it right now. On the curl, they get it to Whitley Keith for 3. It's good! And the Cardinals lead it 52-47. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Boyd brings it across. Inside to go to Youngblood. Double team, fouled by Maxwell. Not sure I mind that foul, although she's been really good at the free throw line. Youngblood leading the way with 15 points for the Tigers.
I mean, she shot well from the free throw line, but like you always say, there's no easy baskets, and it's the fourth quarter, so if you want to really go get it, you're going to have to earn it, especially when you're on the road in Cardinal Dome.
Yeah. She misses the first free throw. Now it's all about the box out here. Brust and Boyd line up. Somebody's got to get the shooter as well. And she makes the second, 52-48, a minute 55 left. And the Tigers show a man-to-man defense, but not their press. Abby Sargent can play catch for a while. They can milk this clock if they want to. Abby Sargent guarded by Boyd, gets down the lane, now kicks it out to Burns. See if they got a little weave action they can take advantage of. They kick it around, Abby Sargent with a basketball, guarded by Boyd, and a foul. And the one reason you're going to keep it in Abby Sargent's hands is what we talked about, her opportunity to get to the free throw line, although that's only the third team foul on the Tigers. Minute 24 left. Abby Sargent gets it. They'll blitz her and foul again. Brust with the foul this time. Just her second. Only Boyd in foul trouble for the Tigers with 4. Brecklin Sargent throws it into Abby Sargent one more time. Guarded by Boyd. She gets it across. Now to Whitley Keith. Now to Brecklin Sargent. And a foul called on the pass. So going to the free throw line to shoot 2 is Whitley Keith. And I'll ask you to check her numbers on the year at the free throw line, Dimitri, as she puts up the first one here. Misses that. One more to come. Minute 13 left. Puts the second one in, 53-48. Cardinals lead by 5.
Scott, to your point, she's shooting about 50% from the line.
She got 1 out of 2. There's Youngblood to the cup, no good. And saved in bounds, but the Cardinals throw it away. Brust to Schote. In the corner to Brunner. Can't let her shoot. Now the cross-court pass. Back to Youngblood. Down the lane she goes. Fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. That's either got to be a hard foul or nothing at all. Back within 3 with a free throw to come for the Tigers. And we'll see if the Cardinals want a timeout. It's the 5th foul on Addie Burns. So Coach Barrett, as a veteran coach will do, brings the whole squad over while he thinks about who he's going to send in as a substitute. Chris Melson, our referee, giving him a little extra time to do that. Now he'll send in Chesney Brown, but he had time to regroup there and not use one of his final 2 timeouts.
As your point, I mean, he's a veteran coach, so not only is the 5 that are out there, the whole bench, no matter who he subs in, they're getting the message as well. So that's a great move by Coach Barrett right there.
Free throw is good, 53-51, Cardinals by 2. Abby Sargent to Brecklin Sargent, got to get it across the lane. Up to Chesney Brown. He can hold the basketball and wait for the foul, and the Cardinals do. Abby Sargent will go to the free throw line for 2. Abby Sargent on the year shooting 78%. She's been good in this one. See if she can knock down a pair here. First one in there. 3-point lead for the Cardinals. One more becomes a 2-possession game.
And then that's where it gets dicey a little bit on defense. Do you let him score? What does Coach Barrett have up his sleeve right here?
Second free throw good, 55-51. Schote brings it up the floor. They get it to Brunner. They don't want her to take a 3. Schote will take it. She had it blocked by Maxwell. And Sargent with the rebound, and she's fouled. That's great closeout by Maxwell.
100%. She had high hands. I mean, she's one of the tallest ones in the building, so why not? She had high hands, didn't have to jump, and it was just like volleyball. I mean, she plays in those little AAU tournaments, and she's a great middle, great outside, so go up there with 2 hands and stuff it back in their face.
Maxwell with 6 points, and we'll see the final tally on blocks tonight, but she's affected a lot of shots inside. First free throw good by Abby Sargent. 56-51 with 29.6 seconds left in the ball game. Cardinals trailed by 10 late in the third. Come all the way back to lead by 5. 25 seconds left. Do not foul. If you're the Cardinals, Brecklin Sargent knocks it away. Stolen back by Boyd. They let her have the layup. And a timeout called by Coach Moore. This one's not over yet. 56-53. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Web City Cardinals Sports Network.
Web City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Web City? We are Express RX of Web City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-thru, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Cardinal Dome. This game as advertised, Dimitri and Will. Cardinals lead 56-53, 17.1 seconds. Cardinals will have the basketball. What are you telling the Cardinals right now?
It's exactly what you said. You need to have, well, now you don't have Burns, either Maxwell or Brown, one of your bigs, or even if you want to put Sargent in there, a good ball handler and playmaker, put them in the middle of the court. You know they're going to be up in your face. You know they're going to press. But on top of that, out of this baseline, get you a screen. Get one of the defenders not looking, hit him with a back screen, and maybe hit that long pass and just dribble it out. But right now they need to hold on to the ball, get to the free throw line, and knock them down, as you always say.
Cardinals will run that little trick play. 4 of the Cardinals out of bounds right now, and the Tigers will be challenged to defend this. They can run that baseline. They get it into Abby Sargent. That was the intent the whole way, and she just posted up Brust. That's what you had to do there to make that catch.
I mean, she had the position, and then football-wise, I mean, that's a smash concept right there. You got a little fade or a slot fade, and then you have a little curl route right there. I mean, that's always money every time, no matter the coverage, and that's what it does right here. And with 15.9 to go, the Cardinals are up 3, and Sargent's there for 2 shots.
First free throw good. She's now got 22 on the night. Had a slow start to this one, had to sit out half of that first quarter after picking up 2 fouls. Came alive in the second and has continued that in the third and fourth quarter, helping lead the way to this 57-53 lead. And second one's good, 58-53, 15.9 left for the Tigers. And right now it's just don't foul. Boyd to Youngblood for 3. Off the mark, rebound by Whitley Keith, and this one about over. She's fouled and will go to the free throw line. And the Cardinals are going to come all the way back from a 10-point deficit, Will. Impressive fourth quarter run here.
Yeah, really good. And also going back to their nice little second quarter run, kind of a tale of 2 halves, sort of, in a way. Bad first quarter, good second quarter, bad third quarter, great fourth quarter. But that just kind of speaks to this team as a unit and the trust that they have with each other and with their coaches. And they feel that even if they're down 10, 20, they feel fine that they can come back and win anything.
Second free throw good, 59-53, 2.8 seconds left. The Tigers will heave one last shot, and that's the ball game. The Cardinals win it, 59-53. On a dramatic comeback win here tonight. We'll come back with our post-game show and a visit with the head coach, Grant Barrett. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back here in 2 minutes.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives.
Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
The Cardinal Dome as the Cardinals win at 58-53 here, and we're joined by head coach Grant Barrett. Coach, a battle royal tonight. They get out to a 22-10 first quarter lead. You guys put it on them in that second quarter, allowing just 6 points, including a late bucket. But then the third quarter, they get back out to another 10-point lead. You guys just kept battling. What was the difference in that fourth quarter for your girls?
We had to finally believe in what we were trying to get done. I felt like we had multiple runs, but we couldn't get over the hump. And I felt like when Maxwell got the bucket to take the lead, the pressure was off us. Like, we know that they're a good team, and we know it's a rivalry game, so you got to throw out records and stats, and it's whoever makes buckets. And they did what they wanted to do in the first quarter on make threes and spread the floor on us. And I felt like we looked timid, like we reached and instead of beat them to the spot and put them on the free throw line, and it's hard to guard a free throw.
I said once you got it to the fourth quarter, as close as it was going into the fourth, that you just needed to make some free throws in that fourth quarter, because the team that made the free throws was probably going to win it. And boy, Abby Sargent came up big for you, as she had most of the night.
If you would have told me that 2 minutes in, I would have been like, Abby, you got your second foul again so quick. But she set that first quarter, and I put her in, and she helped make that run in the second quarter. And it was on her birthday too, so we had three girls with a birthday today, so it was great to get those three girls wins.
Three-point shooting can be like fool's gold sometimes. You didn't like the threes in the first quarter by the Tigers, but I thought you guys got them a little jumpy, a little bit more closed out, but nothing bigger than the late block by Maxwell on a flat closeout. How about that?
I've been on her since the Republic game, because I felt like they picked on her in that corner, in that trapping zone. If she doesn't come out, it's wide open. She flew at that last one at the right time, and she got a huge deflection on it. So, we're starting to see the things that we preach every day. In the second half, I thought we rebounded the ball so much better, but we're so young too. There in that second half, we were freshmen and sophomores from the middle of the third on. I mean, we're really young.
Sometimes you need a fearless freshman out there. Brecklin Sargent put two huge buckets.
Oh, yeah.
And both times doing it with the left hand. Most people aren't going to expect her to go to that left. Boy, she can finish when she wants to.
Yes, she can. And I thought she had a huge game for us, especially when Abby got her two quick fouls, and she had to play a lot more than she typically does tonight, and just because of the situation that we were in. But I thought that first half, in the second quarter, we played Chasney Brown, who she may not fill it up on the score sheet, but she fills it up every other stat area. And Kinsey Horn had some huge minutes in that first and second quarter for us to make that comeback. So I love what we're trying to do, and I love the fight that our kids have. So,
well, Coach, congratulations on the victory, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Thank you.
Cardinals win it, and now we'll head to the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. We'll come back in 1 minute and start our countdown to tip off for the boys game. Back here in 1 minute. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game.
Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Back to the Cardinal Dome, second half of our doubleheader tonight as the visiting Carthage Tigers, 12-8 on the year, face the Webb City boys, come in with a 10-10 record. Couple of disappointing losses last week for the Cardinals to Kickapoo and Republic, both respectable opponents. The Tigers come in, on the other hand, probably feeling pretty confident. Cardinals and Tigers played each other back in December. Cardinals lost that one. But that was a game of runs, and Tigers had an early first quarter run, got up by double digits, had another furious run, and then the Cardinals end up losing that one. But what's the difference here tonight for the Cardinals as they come back off 2 losses?
Well, I think it's actually 3 losses. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to Fairgrove, so
that's right.
They're a little bit cold right now, and now they're back home though. They in front of a very packed home crowd, and so of course hopefully they can get some of their momentum back. They're going to be without Joseph DeGraffenried once again, but Coach Horney's a great coach. He knows what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. So the Cardinals, they got to get back into their game, and some frustrating games, like you said, but hopefully here at their home crowd will get them back into it.
This will be the 100th overall meeting between these two teams, 70th since 1982. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break here, come back with our coaches show. You're listening to Cardinal basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.